Good morning, Jill. You had asked about part D of number 1 on the part 2 of your exam, where you had run a z-test for a proportion, and you'd taken your sample proportion of 126 out of 150, and you were testing a claim that the true proportion was equal to 0.90. So you had calculated a test statistic in, I think it was part C, of negative 2.45. And so you're asking about how we determine the p-value. Well, let me show you a neat thing on your calculator that you might find helpful when you take your final exam. It's not real complicated, so don't worry. But if you go to the Stat button, which is just below and to the left of your left arrow, you should see at the top of that menu, you should see a test menu. So if you arrow to the right 2 places, it should take you to a test menu. So here you go. This is how you do this on your graphing calculator, Jill. You go to Stat, which is right below and to the left of your left arrow on your calculator, and you should see a menu. It initially comes up with the menu for the edit. You need to arrow to the right 2 places to get to tests, okay? So then once you've done that, then you're going to notice that option 5 there, Jill, says one proportion z test. So you're going to choose option 5. You can either just hit the number 5 or you can arrow down and enter on top of the number 5. And this is what you should be able to see here. I'm going to add another picture. Okay, so you should see this. Now you're going to need to change your numbers. This is your one proportion z-test menu, and p sub 0 is what you said that p is equal to in the h sub 0, in the null hypothesis. So that's why I have a 0.9 there. X is your p hat comes from taking x and dividing by n. So in this problem, there were I can't remember the details of it, I closed my computer, but there were 126 out of 150. So x is 126 and n is 150. Then the next line is with regards to your alternative hypothesis. Did you say in the alternative hypothesis that p is not equal to 0.9? No, you did not. Or did you rather say that p is less than 0.9, and that's what you did say, or should have said, and that's why I've hit enter on the less than p sub 0. If you had said that p is greater than 0.9, you would have chosen the last option on the right. But we're doing a left-tailed test here, so we choose the middle option and hit enter on top of it. Then all you need to do is go down to calculate and hit enter. And this is the magic. When you go down to calculate and you hit enter, it gives you all of the information that you are looking for. Here are the details of your one proportion z-test. It's saying it's giving you the alternative that the p is less than 0.9. It's showing you what your z-test statistic was, and that's what we got, negative 2.45. And then this next number is your p-value, 0.0072. So of course when p is low, we reject the ho, so we have evidence to say that the ha is true. Hope that helps. This is the only tool you have for finding that. I take that back. It's not the only tool for finding p-value. You can also use your table of standard normal critical or standard normal distribution, and you can look up a z-score of negative 2.45 and find the area below. That'll give you your p-value as well. Let me know if you have other questions.